Hey guys, this is Mike from BTech Reviews here, and today we unboxed the Google Pixel 4a. Hey guys, so it's been a long time coming, and today is my first Google Pixel unboxing, which this would be the fourth variant, well, the fourth at least a variant, right? Which would be technically, I guess, the fifth or the sixth Google Pixel device, because you had the Google Pixel 1, 2, 3, you had the 3a, and then the 4, and then the 4a. So this again would be like the fifth or sixth, like I said. First unboxing, and I'm super excited because I feel like this specific Google device is as close as to my former Nexus devices that I loved so much back in the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this unboxed for you guys. I know this unboxing will probably not get a lot of views, but whatever, go Team Pixel. And for the actual phone itself, it is a steal at $349. Here's the actual device made by Google. I love the little thing that allows you to, you know, basically open the box there, and right there, guys, Team Pixel. Love the shot there. Let me go ahead and get that going. So just right out of the box, I can tell you that even though it's a mid-range phone, it doesn't feel super light, but it doesn't feel super adequately heavy either. It's pretty much right in the middle of where you want it to be as far as weight, and with the case this actually would feel perfect. There is that one camera sensor. I'm really not a fan of the setup of the camera sensor though. Lighting's kind of horrible there, sorry guys. But what I mean is the camera is like over here in the corner and the flash is up there. I really wish that the camera was more, I guess, centered or something like that. But that's just me, I guess. I'm not a complainer, I guess. You have that one little power button, looks pretty nice. You have the two volume rockers right below it also. The fingerprint sensor, which of course is going to be on the back. You don't need that in-screen fingerprint sensor, especially on a Pixel device. You have the actual Google logo down there, which I love. I really wish that Google would have held on to Motorola, because I feel like the Motorola devices would have been you know, something to compete with, I guess, at that level, right? So let me go ahead and peel this off. Oh yeah, that's always satisfying, right? So this is supposed to be a 5.7-inch touch display. As you can see there, it does have a little bit of a notch on the top left corner there. Does have USB Type-C. If I can get that to focus again, my camera sometimes will go out of whack. I think that is my most complained thing in my videos, is your camera keeps going out of focus. I'm sorry guys, you know, I'm not a perfect YouTuber. And of course the screen, and I'm just touching it, feels very, very smooth. Let me go ahead and get this turned on. I will actually try to get this set up with, whoa, hello. There it is, Google. So I will go ahead and try to get this set up with actual the Visible network, right? Let's see what else comes in the box really quick for you guys. Looks like just like the greetings or something like that. The SIM removal tool, which pretty much comes with every device nowadays. Comes with your of course, charging cables, USB Type-C naturally, a fast charger, which I believe this is an 18-watt charger. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back just for now. So tip pretty good for Google, especially the price, guys. Again, you know, we're looking at a device that's under $300 and under $400, $349. So this, of course, will be competing against devices like, you know, the TCL 10 Pro, the TCL 10L, of course. You know, most of the Samsung Galaxy mid-range devices, and just other devices in general, like the A51 from Galaxy. You have your LG phones that are kind of starting to kind of try to get better in their mid-range, and as well as you know, the Motorola G series. So that's always been pretty popular. But again, I feel like the Pixel devices were a little overpriced at first, and now that they've become, you know, now that they've been putting out the A series phones, you know, last year's 3A was very popular. The 4A is going to just throw it out of the water, obviously. I mean, again, guys, $349, you get an OLED display. Okay, how many phones do you get an OLED display at that price, right? Not many. So, you know, it's asking to get to a mobile network. So let me go ahead and get this set up. I'm going to see if I can get my SIM card in there. If it works, keeping my fingers crossed, and we'll take a look here. All right, guys, so I have the phone activated and set up here, and I did put my Visible SIM, so I am surprised the LTE does work. I do need to download that speed test application just so that we can get that going. So let me go ahead and get signed in for you guys really quick. While I get signed in here, because it didn't ask me for any sign in information right there, let me go over what else came inside the box. So right there you can see that it does come with a Google Fi welcome kit, and it's saying already have an account, not on Google Fi. So for the most part, it's basically just Google's, I guess, version of their internet. And it says, what is free setup? It's easy to alternate, new alternative to standard SIM cards. Add your carrier info directly to your stuff and get talk, text, and radio working instantly. No need to visit a carrier or store for your SIM card to be mailed to you. Does SIM free setup work with my carrier? And then it just gives you certain ways how to activate it. So I do not have Google Fi or Google Fi. I've never actually used it personally. I know my buddy Aloha Android, aka Tito Escobar, right? Has used it in the past, and he's been a big advocate of it over the years. So if you guys want more information on Google Fi, you can always go ahead and check out his channel. So go ahead and check that out. Again, I'm getting logged in here, guys. I do apologize. I don't want to be giving away my information on the screen. But again, one thing that I've been super excited about with this phone is the fact that it is capable of running off Verizon's network, or in this case, Visible's network. I've had issues with most other unlocked devices only working on AT&T. So I'm going to just accept, backing up my info. So here we go. So again, I'm connected to the LTE here. So apparently, let's see, speed test. Let's see if we can find it. And just to let you guys know, I think the screen on this you can't tell right now, but the screen is amazing looking. And again, this is my first OLED panel on, or actually no, my second OLED panel on a phone since my iPhone 10, and it is good to be back. It is so much easier on the eye. It is so much easier on the eyes. I don't know how to explain that right. Install speed test by Ookla. So the reason why I wanted to run a speed test by Visible is just because I'm going to let that download for now. Again, this should be running Android 10 out of the box, and I just love how it's just very simple. Look at how simple that is. Let's go ahead and turn on dark mode really quick while we're downloading that. Again, you guys may have noticed that, again, the OLED screen, it has a white background, but if memory serves correctly, you can actually just change the night light will turn on automatically. Turn on the dark theme. Boom, there you go. So I am a huge fan of dark theme. That's one of my favorite things as far as like Android goes. Ooh, it even changes the background a little bit. That's interesting. Look at that. Let's look at the drop down menu bar really quick. It says ready to install Google system update. So I'll hold out on the update for now, guys. And it is asking me to connect to Wi-Fi. But let's take a look at the actual shortcuts up here. You have your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, do not disturb, flashlight, of course, which the flashlight probably not very bright, to be honest, but it actually doesn't look too bad. It looks actually more like a natural light than a super bright LED light. Auto rotate. You have your battery saver, and that's it. I mean, you can technically edit this and change it to your liking, which is weird. I'm still not used to those gestures. I might actually change this because this is more of an iPhone thing for me, and I just don't really care to have the swipe down to go home. You know what I mean? Like, here's my text messaging, right? It's just gonna ask me to agree, and then just swipe up to go down. So that I'm not a big fan of, but I might change it later on. Of course, you have your Google search bar now on the bottom of the device. And I'm just honestly really impressed for this having a mid-range Snapdragon processor, which I believe it's like the Snapdragon 730G processor, excuse me. And the fact that this phone costs $349 is amazing, guys. Like, this is what Google should have been doing all along with their Pixel lineup. And the reason why I've never bought any of the other Pixel devices is because they were over the $500 mark, most of them. You know what I mean? I stopped buying Nexuses towards the end of their life run, and I just really decided, hey, I'm not going to do it anymore. I had kind of transitioned to Android, and it was, or excuse me, I transitioned to iPhone, and at sometimes I do regret it, and sometimes I don't. But for the most part, like, this is just a really buttery, smooth experience over here, guys. So now that the app is downloaded, let's go ahead and try speed test. Again, this is running on Visible's network. Okay, go and continue. It's just asking for permissions. manage call. I don't know why it asks you that like to manage calls in your contacts. There's really no need for apps to ask you for that personal reason. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and allow that. So let's go ahead. Again, this is running off Visible's network, and this is going to be a long unboxing, guys, just because I really want to mess with the phone and I want to talk about it as much as I can before I make the next video, which most likely will be on the actual camera itself and the video. Again, oh, the test failed. What? Let's try this again. It was working and then it decided nope. I've never actually had something say test failed. So again, but where I am, the area, it could be the area, but the internet was working. So I don't know what's going on there exactly. I don't know if it's just having trouble finding a network now. Might have to kill the app a little bit. Whoa, hello. Let's try that again. There you go. So right now you guys saw that it was having no issues, but now for whatever reason, the ping just dropped dramatically and the actual speeds are kind of horrible right now. So but regardless of the speed, I really just wanted to make sure the sim worked, and I know it does now. I know that Visible in some areas has been throttled and it's really bad for some people. I don't know exactly what's going on exactly. A lot of people have complained about this though, and I know a buddy of mine will actually back me up where he says that Visible is trash. Again, not trying to promote Visible Network or anything over here. You can kind of see there. I'll do one more test just to see what's going on. Remove ads. Let's see, exit out there. So my first test was 0.21. Let's do one more. But so far, super impressed by the phone other than the bad LTE speeds. I'm trying to see what's going on there. I might have to restart the phone, but again, it's been known to happen in my studio with this specific network, so I don't know. I live in my right now I'm currently towards the downtown area, and again, this was working fine. It downloaded speed test just fine, and all of a sudden it just decides I don't want to work and I hate you basically. So again, if it doesn't do it, don't worry guys. There we go. Let's see. Come on, give me something. Give me at least 5 megs of download. It's not giving me anything. Ridiculous. Okay, so I'm gonna just close the app there. I'll try to see what's going on there. As you can see there, I had bars at first and now I don't have anything. So don't know what's going on with Visible's network. I might have to turn it on and off just to find out what's going on. But guys, again, whoa, hello, almost dropped my new device, right? I do have a case, by the way, which I will do another video on. I forgot to bring the freaking case to my office, which is really dumb. And as you can see here, it's extremely hot where I live, by the way. 96 degrees. It feels like it's 105 degrees right now. Very, very interesting device though. And just so you guys know what comes out of the box here, your basic Google apps. You have Chrome, you have Google Drive, YouTube Music, which I think is going to be the new thing now. They're getting rid of Google Play Music, I believe, so you won't be seeing that anymore. That's going to transition over to Google or YouTube Music, excuse me. It's got Recorder, Safety app, a Play Store, and that's it. There's really no bloatware on this. It's just meant to be fast. Has a 3140 milliamp battery, so this should get you through a solid day, but I figure most common users will probably have to at least charge this at least once throughout the day. Now, not that that's a bad thing or anything like that, but it does have a fast charger, so you should be getting half your charge of at least your battery life in at least half an hour connecting this, guys. So again, just overall first impressions, the build feels really good. This doesn't really seem like a fingerprint magnet. The fingerprint sensor itself, it's extremely fast, by the way. Let's try that out. Yeah, it's pretty fast. Except, okay, one thing I'm griping about right now is the location of it, okay? So right now, it's there in the back of the actual the phone. It has a small indent, right, which most people would feel, but this one is very vague. I don't know how to explain that, but you'll most likely be able to find it quicker with your actual with a case. So I would recommend getting a case for this specific device, just because we'll see how that goes, guys. And again, your unlock screen is pretty beautiful, and again, I cannot wait to try this baby out. Taking pictures. Let's take one picture here. Let's just take a picture of the box here. It says allow, okay, again, allow while using the app. It wants to know my location. Again, why does Google want to know where I live? All right, first picture with the Google Pixel 4a. Speedy, fast, and it great, just like it always was. So I believe this main sensor is off the actual Google Pixel 4. Oh, that's going to be a good thumbnail, right? So again, I believe that this main sensor is off the regular Google Pixel 4, but someone on the comments correct me if I'm wrong there. And it's pretty cool that you can actually edit the photo from right there, so to speak. If you want to make like edits or change the lighting, etc., like that, you can totally do that. So now Google is starting to implement these features that people really loved on the Apple iPhones and other carriers. So again, or other phones themselves, like Samsung phones. So again, guys, this is Mike from BTech Reviews. I am going to go ahead and sign off, and I really just want to say that I love this phone already. Just feeling it in the hands. Can't wait to get the case on it. I might have to make another video at home just using the unboxing the case and putting it on the actual device itself. But really good feeling phone in the hand. I feel like the 5.7 inch screen size is really the sweet spot. Let me put another phone next to it just to give you an example. This is the ZTE Blade 7 Prime, or whatever you want to call it, and it's still marginally taller. I don't really care for big, tall, bulky devices. I really am a knocker for phones that are in the sweet spot, ones that I can actually wrap my entire hand around. Reason being, one-handed use. You know what I mean? I want to be able to use just one thumb or one hand to use it as usability. So again, guys, Mike from BTech Reviews signing off. Again, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That always helps the channel. Give my channel a subscription, or go ahead and subscribe if you like the videos, guys. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time. And again, looking forward to getting a video on the camera here. So again, guys, Mike from BTech Reviews signing off. Thanks again. And there you go. So I decided to run another speed test after restarting the phone, because it did require a restart. It did update the software, I guess. Gave me 19 download, but oh, look at that upload. Horrendous. I don't know what's going on there, but it was working pretty okay right now. So just a little add-on from the video, guys. But again, guys, take this with a grain of salt. It's going to differ anywhere you go as far as that. So but I'm so happy that this works for Visible Network, because now I could actually use the Visible Network, because I have just been kind of pawning it off for like the longest time. So again, I believe it's my studio, but again, I'll try it out again on another area once I go out. But again, guys, Mike from BTech Review signing off. Thanks for watching.